Don't go too fast on here, man. People are gonna call the cops.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh yeah. We're about to go for a little group ride with the Nami gang. We got the Bernie 2 Max, we got the Klima, and we got the Blast. All together. We're going to go on a little group ride here, and these are the scooters we're going to be testing out all this weekend. We're going to have YouTube videos for all 3 of these. If you guys are interested in any of these scooters, you can get them at WYRD RYDS with PMT tires pre-installed. I love WYRD RYDS, and I'm so happy to be here right now. I can't even believe I'm here right now, to be honest. Let's do this. Let me introduce you guys too. This is Chris, AK Ahmed.
Chris P, what's up, Scoot?
You're Chris also?
Chris P. Yeah.
Chris P. Galen, Antonio. Follow you guys. You good, Jordan?
Yeah.
Ready to rip it?
Have fun.
Yeah. Woo! Here we go. AK's on the mini bike right here. Check this out. And we're gonna go rip the Old Dominion Trail here. This looks pretty busy out. Very, very smooth suspension. We're on the Klima here first, guys. This is the smallest model. 10-inch scooter. It's more of a competitor with, say, the Visa 10 Plus. It's got a lot of oomph. Oh yeah, right off the bat. We're in X mode. Let's hit the turbo. Ooh, there's the turbo. We're in 38 all day. 39. I feel like maybe we're not in the top mode. We're gonna have to ask here in a second. Let's do a little brake check. Oh yeah, good to go. There goes AK. Extremely stable. Very, very, very smooth. Woo! This is a long straight path. And I wish. I feel like I'm slowing everybody down. They got faster scooters than me. Really, really smooth on this one for sure, without a doubt. Is it from a stop? Oh yeah, the scooter rips. Scooter rips. Great suspension there. You just feel on that bounce. Come back down, no bouncing to it. Same as always, they can't catch you, they can't give you a ticket, right? Try a little off-road. Too easy. The build quality seems impeccable on this Klima. I think it's an instantaneous winner. I think 60 volt scooters like Visa 10 Plus and Scooota 10 Plus really better look out for this. It's just as good. I'm not gonna lie, I like this. Suspension feels just as good as on my Scooota. Just very, 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 very smooth.
Where is everybody?
I don't know, they're slow or they got caught by the police.
You got the turbo on, right?
I believe so. It has a red, yes.
And then it says on underneath it?
Well, I was hitting 39. I don't know if that's how I'm supposed to be hitting.
No,
it.
okay.
It seems
so
like
look,
I'm not quite at top speed.
See how mine's got the on right there?
Oh.
So once you're rolling,
okay,
you hold the plus button while you have a little bit of throttle going.
I tapped it,
turn it
and
on.
I looked down and I saw the red thing, and I assumed that was on.
Yeah, so that's X. That means it's available.
Oh, okay, gotcha. What do you hit then, like 45, 46?
Yeah,
okay.
43 and a half, no problem.
I'll get it on the next one. Now that I know.
You can ride, dude.
Nice.
I see you out there.
Burning rubber. I smell it. Beautiful trail.
But don't go too fast on here, man. People are gonna call the cops.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Be
Yeah.
respectful.
It's like that. It's very yuppie around here, bro.
Okay. You make me nervous. There's the turbo. straightaway to get the turbo now. There's the straightaway we need. 3.6. Push it, Nami! Turbo! 1.7. That looks like a cop right there, doesn't it? No. God, the cops on me. This is America, baby. This is America. Wait, talk to this guy and then down here. He's so much faster than me. There's another e-bike. Woo! Oh, that's a fun trail. Coming up on the left.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There's the cops. There they are. You see them? Is that them radaring? Here's our first interaction of the cops, guys, that are out patrolling in DC on the bike path. It seems like maybe they're just looking at the street from here, but this is definitely a spot they speed trap people on this bike path too. Push you out to the side of the cop. Which one, right? Woo! Alright guys, we're back out with the third Nami from WYRD RYDS here. This is the Nami Klima. It's a 10-inch scooter. It's going to compete more in the Visa 10 Plus, Scoota 10 Plus class. It is extremely smooth. It's 45 mile an hour, 60 volt. Same as those other scooters, but what you get is a lot more customizability. Obviously with the suspension, right? With the settings in the controller and the screen, right? A lot more options with this scooter than you're going to get on a V-set. This is a version 1. If you buy a version 2 now, it will have an updated light on the back. 60 volt, 30 amp hour scooter. Plenty of range for any normal person. 30 amp hour, that's better than the Visa 10 Plus, the Scoota 10 Plus. There's 3 battery options on those, and the biggest one's only 28 amp hours. So this, right out of the box, you have a bigger battery than all of the Visa models. Visa 10 Plus is what sets this scooter apart. It's got great range, great power, great hill climbing ability. The torque on these motors is next level. I think that this actually is quicker to off the line than the V-Set or the Scoota. I wish I had one of those models here so I could literally race them, but for now I'll just have to trust my feeling and believe that it's faster, because I do think it's faster. You can obviously go check out maybe ESG's stats on something like this and see how much faster it is than the V-Set or the Scoota, but they also don't have stats on the Scoota, I know, so it's very difficult to compare something like with these new scooters where there's not a lot of stats yet. Just like the other two Namis, I feel like these are incredibly well engineered scooters and well thought out scooters. More importantly, like, you engineer something as well as you want, but if it's not a good idea to begin with, it doesn't really matter. Luckily, Michael Shaw and Nami, they're making good innovations that actually make sense. Starting with NFC chip, tap to open, so quick and easy. You want to turn it back off? Tap to turn it off. Literally, it's that easy. You can turn the scooter on and off all day. Boom. All you need is this key card. This is just an NFC chip, and you can buy NFC chips off Amazon and program any of them to work with this type of scooter. So you can make more keys, so it's very easy and convenient from that standpoint. If you watch the Bernie or the Blast review, I've gone through these settings a little bit on there, but what really sets these Namis apart is that there's 5 driving modes. They're completely customizable: Eco, Drive, Sport, C, and X. And what I mean by customizable is that you can go in the settings and you can change how fast you want X mode to be, how fast you want C, S, D, and E. You can literally change the power output for the front and rear motor for each mode. So it's that customizable. There's even a turbo mode. Let me see. If we put it back into X, you will see this turbo appear up here in the corner. And you can activate the turbo while you're riding and get even more power. It is a very, very fun scooter to ride from that standpoint. And once you get it in turbo, it's stuck there. Unlike the Visa 10 Plus, right, which only lasts 2 minutes, this actually lasts the remainder of your ride, and you can keep it in turbo. And the scooter's not going to overheat, have problems like a Visa 10 Plus does that needs that sort of time limit. Same as the other Nami reviews, same grips, double locking, Very important so they do not move around. Very comfortable and grippy silicone. Zero complaints about it. This has the 2-piston Logan brakes. Same that are on the Blast. Plenty sufficient. Very similar to the nut 2-piston brakes that everybody uses on a lot of their scooters, V7 Makata. And I have zero complaints about the braking. Is very strong on the scooter. Plenty of braking for pretty much all situations. Obviously the Nami branded NFC reader. That's very nice. I think it's a nice feature that they've gone with their own sort of design for this and not just sticking one on from a random distributor. Looks good on the scooter and sort of matches everything. The headlight here, we'll flip it on. It's plenty bright at night, and what I've just learned is you can easily customize these by moving this bracket down or up a little bit, right? And you can change the angle and obviously get a very good angle for your own personal preferences on the headlight on the scooter, which if you look at my VSET 10 Plus, the only headlight on that scooter is built into the fender and you can't adjust it. You look at the VSET 11 Plus, the only headlight is literally a motorcycle headlight that is stuck in the same position. You can adjust it up or down, but you can't move it like this. You can't move it vertically or any other direction like you can on this. This is the way to do it. One thing you'll notice on these Namis, they're just made to be easier to work on. This is his first closed frame scooter. We can look at this Klima, right? There is a battery box that everything seems contained in there. Unlike the other scooters, which are a bit more open, make them very easy to work on. This one's a bit more closed up, and it makes it probably a bit more seamless looking for, you know, the design aspects. Not that there's anything wrong with the original Nami design, but this one is very, very seamless looking compared to his original 2 models. It does have the controller built inside of the box here with charge port. This is where most scooters are going these days, with the controller placed away from the battery. You do not want the battery getting hot because of the controller's excess heat, which if you know anything about these scooters, these controllers start pushing out massive amps, and that's what gets hot. The battery itself usually is not extremely hot. The problem occurs when the controller heats up the battery because they're in the same space. So that's something that Nami, obviously, like a lot of the brands right now, moving towards this separated controller box up here. This is very cool grip tape to me because depending on the angle you look at it, see if I can show you, it sort of becomes invisible. Hard to see on camera. Oh, there it is. See how it is? It sort of disappears and comes back. Don't see anybody else really put that type of design even into the grip tape. Usually they just throw some tape on there and call it good. Camouflage, I don't even know what you call that really, but it's really, really cool when you look at it in person. It's even cooler. Obviously it's very hard to get this on camera, guys. All of these Namis, fully hydraulic adjustable dampening shocks. You're gonna have the best ride quality you can get in this type of price range, without a doubt. And these tires, they're 10 by 3.5 massive CST tires. I have some of these on my Hero X scooter. They're decent. They're really good grip, great cornering. I do like them a lot. They have a little bit flatter profile than a PMT, but you can get this with the PMTs pre-installed from WYRD RYDS. If you do want to get a little bit better tires, this is the way to go, is to buy from WYRD RYDS. They will sell you the scooter pre-installed with the best tires you can get, racing tires. Now, obviously this is a 60-volt model. It's not quite as much of a racing scooter as the other 2 Namis. It's a little bit smaller, right? A little bit more built for portability, but still there's no reason to sacrifice and use these CST tires, right? These are still, at the end of the day, not very good tires, and you might as well upgrade them to PMTs straight from the box. If you're gonna buy a $2,000 scooter, you might as well get the best racing tires for it you can, because it improves your ride. It's gonna make it softer, more comfortable, better grip, better cornering. Everything about the scooter improves when you put the PMT tires on it. WYRD RYDS is the only place I know of that you can get any of their scooters pre-installed with PMT tires. This has the Logan 2-piston brakes. As we already mentioned up top, they're very powerful, plenty sufficient. 160mm discs. Actually, that looks like 140 to me, but we'll check. Plenty of braking on this scooter. It's not quite as strong, obviously, as the 4-piston on the WYRD, but it's still very strong brakes to the point where you do need to be careful when you're learning on this scooter. It is a very, very fast stopping scooter. It has this upgraded folding clamp that is very easy to use, that quick, boom. This is a version 1 light. I've been told if you buy a newer model of this scooter now, that the new Klimas are going to have maybe a different light up here, very similar to that one I showed you on the Bernie. If you still watch my Bernie 2 Max review, that light will really make a big help on this. So you do have to factor that in, that you're probably going to get a better light than this on yours. The fenders on this, very, very nice. You'll notice they're 2 pieces, right? And most scooter brands will give you a fender like this, and then your ass gets wet. And so it's nice to see a brand officially put a real fender on it, right? 2-piece fender. This is going to be called like a fender extender is what they call these, but basically without this you're getting wet. So it's nice to see a brand finally giving a rat's ass about when you're out riding in the wet, because nobody puts mudguards on that are sufficient anywhere. These are the best mudguards I've probably ever seen as far as being able to keep you actually dry, which is the point, right, of mudguards. So good job, Michael Shaw. Good job, everybody involved with this scooter as well as the other Namis. They are very, very good scooters here. I can't believe it's taken me a couple years to get to the point where I can review these Namis, because clearly they're very popular with consumers as well. So if you guys really are looking for a really popular high-powered scooter and you can get it with the PMT tires pre-installed, this is where you're looking at as your Nami beginner model, right? The Klima. You can get more advanced, get the Bernie, get the Blast, but this is where it'll all start. If you're newer to scooters, get a Klima like this. Shout out to Chris P. He rides his Klima around DC. Plenty of scooter for any sane person out there looking for a really, really good quality hyper scooter. Thanks for watching, guys. Scootagang out.
Hey guys, I just wanted to let you know one more important thing. PMT just released a new tire size, 10 by 3.5, and it is specifically made for this Nami Klima. Because it has a wider rim, any of the smaller tires seem to be slipping off occasionally. You do want to use this wider PMT tire, 3.5 inch wide, and it solves that issue. And like usual, you can get that pre-installed before you buy the scooter, even from WYRD RYDS. Professionally installed here, as you see. These guys have the skill and the machinery to do this quickly and easily for you and get you on the road with the brand new hyper scooter with the best tires. Huge shout out to them. I'll drop the link in the description if you're interested in this scooter, the tires, or any of the other reviews I've mentioned in this video. They'll all be in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. Scootagang out.